We'll now move on to the next problem. A Limited purchased a machinery for 40 lakhs, useful life 4 years, residual value 8 lakhs, government grant is 16 lakhs. Show the journal entry to be passed at the time of the refund of the grant in the third year, right? And the value of the fixed asset, if the grant is credited to the fixed asset account and the grant is credited to the deferred grant account. So we'll take case by case. We'll take up case 1 first. So when the grant is credited to fixed asset account, and now if you're going to refund the grant, what is the entry will pass? We will add it back to the fixed assets account. So entry will be fixed asset account debit to bank, which is 16 lakhs. That is the entry for the refund of the grant. When in case 1, when the grant was initially credited to the fixed asset account, now upon refund, the entry will be passed as fixed asset account to bank 16 lakhs. That is the first part. But they also ask you something else. You have to compute the value of the fixed asset also. What is the value of the fixed assets? Initially it is 40 lakhs and then you claim depreciation, and then after refund, what is the value of the fixed asset? That is important. Okay. Now let's look at the first thing. If the grant is credited to the fixed assets account, I said the entry is fixed asset to bank is 16 lakhs, which is simple. But what about the balance of the fixed asset, right? Now, here we see that what is the value of the asset? It's 40 lakhs. What is the residual value? It is 8 lakhs. So 40 minus 8 is 32. Grant is 16. So the net value is 16 lakhs. So 40, it's actually 40 minus 16. It's actually 24 lakhs is the value of the asset. But for the purpose of depreciation, 24 minus 8 is what? 16. 16 by 4 is 4 lakhs is the value of the depreciation for year 1. Year 1. And for year 2, another 4. So 8 lakhs becomes the depreciation for the first 2 years. So what is the value of the asset after the end of the 2 years? Right? So it's going to be 40 lakhs minus 16, which is 24. 24 minus 8, it's going to be 16 lakhs. That is the answer. Right? Okay. The balance of fixed assets after the 2 years depreciation will be 16 lakhs. That is what they say. How did we arrive at that? Let's do a small working here for sake of clarity. My cost of the asset was 40 lakhs. Grant received was 16 lakhs. So cost net of grant, that will be 24 lakhs. Residual value 8 lakhs. So what is the depreciable amount? 16 lakhs. What is the useful life? 4 years. Right? 4 years. So then what is the depreciation? Right? Annual depreciation is going to be 16 by 4, right? 16 by 4, it's going to be 4. So for the first year, it's going to be 4. And for the second year, it's going to be 4. Right? So therefore, the depreciation for 2 years, it's going to be 8 lakhs. All in lakhs, okay? So it is going to be 8 lakhs. After 2 years period, the total depreciation charge is going to be 8 lakhs. So what is the value of the asset after 2 years period? That is important. So it is going to be 40. Therefore, what is the balance of fixed asset? It's going to be what? 40 minus 16 minus 8, which is nothing but 40 minus 16 minus 8, that will give you 16 lakhs. This is exactly what they have told in the first line. The balance of the fixed assets after 2 years depreciation will be 16 lakhs. And this is the computation for this. Okay. Now, once you refund the grant, what happens? We will add the grant to the cost of the asset. So the revised cost is 16, or you will say the balance of the fixed asset is 16. Now we'll add the grant refund of another 16. So the asset value becomes 32 lakhs. After the grant, right? So the revised cost of the asset, it becomes 32 lakhs. Now, out of 4 years, 2 years is already gone. So we need to charge depreciation for the remaining 2 years. Depreciation will be how much? Right? So let's talk about the remaining or the residual value. What's the residual value? Again, 8 lakhs. What is the remaining useful life? 2 years. So what is the depreciation now? It's going to be 32 minus 8, right? Which is 24, and 24 divided by 2. That will give me 12 lakhs. 12 lakhs per annum. Right? So for the next 2 years, if they charge 12 lakhs every year, that will be appropriate. So this is very important, friends. You need to clearly understand the working. Now, for the second part of the question, what happens if initially when the grant was received, I have taken it to the deferred grant account. I have taken it to the credit of the deferred grant account, which means I would have taken to P&L account on a deferred basis. So 16 lakhs is the amount which I would have received as grant. So I would have passed the entry bank account debit to deferred government grant. I would have credited 16 lakhs to the deferred government grant, and then out of that, the useful life is 4 years. So first year I would have transferred 4 lakhs to P&L. Next year I would have transferred 4 lakhs to P&L, which means out of the 16 lakhs of grant received, I would have transferred 8 lakhs in total to the P&L account over a 2-year period. Year 1, 4 lakhs I would have transferred. Year 2, another 4 lakhs I would have transferred, which means 8 lakhs would have gone to P&L account, and balance 8 lakhs will be still in the deferred grant account. Remember, 16 lakhs I received, the entry is bank account debit to deferred government grant 16 lakhs. Just focus only on the deferred government grant 16 lakhs. Then year 1 I transferred 4 to the P&L, and year 2 I transferred 4 to the P&L. So out of 16 lakhs, 8 lakhs has already gone to the P&L account, which means the remaining 8 will be only in the deferred grant account. Now, if you refund the government grant, right, we need to pass the entry. We need to reverse it, right? We have to say deferred government grant 8 lakhs, P&L account 8 lakhs to bank 16 lakhs. Why are we crediting bank? Because we have to repay the 16 lakhs. So we have to give a credit to bank 16 lakhs. But why are we debiting 8 lakhs of deferred grant? Remember, out of 16 lakhs which we received, 8 lakhs has already gone to P&L account. We have already credited P&L account 8 lakhs, which means the remaining 8 lakhs is there in the deferred grant account. Now it's not required because we need to refund it back. So we will debit the deferred grant account of 8 lakhs, and whatever amount which was earlier credited to the P&L account of 8 lakhs, that will be now debited 8 lakhs. So deferred grant account 8 lakhs, P&L account 8 lakhs to bank account 16 lakhs. So this is the entry for the refund of the grant, right? When it was initially credited to the deferred grant account. Now comes an important question, sir. What will happen to the fixed asset? He is asking you the value of the fixed asset. Value of fixed asset will continue to be sure at 24 lakhs. How it is 24 lakhs? Very same. How? Initially it was what? It was 40. So look at this. What was the cost of the asset? It was 40. What was the depreciation for year 1? Let's talk about year 1. So for that, let's talk about the residual value. What's the residual value of the asset? Was 8 lakhs. What is the depreciable amount then? It will be 32 lakhs, right? So cost is 40 lakhs. Remember, government grant, we are not going to reduce it from the cost of the asset. So the cost is at 40 lakhs. My residual value is 8 lakhs. So my depreciable amount is 32 lakhs. What is the useful life? It's around 4 years. Therefore, depreciation is going to be 32 by 4. It's going to be 8 lakhs every year. So for 2 years, for the 2 years period, so therefore depreciation for the 2 years is going to be 16 lakhs, right? Which means what is the balance of the fixed asset there's no change. It will continue to be shown at 40 minus 16, which is 24 lakhs. Okay. So you can take this as working note number 1, and now you can take this part as working note number 2. Okay. I hope it is very clear. Just go through this video again and again so that you are very clear on the computation part as well as the accounting treatment as well as the refund of grants. It's a very important topic as far as accounts is concerned. For the examination is concerned, especially on government grants, many questions are asked only for the refund of government grants. All right. Thank you.